Hey all, Machine Washable here, and today I have the first video for a new, hopefully new series. This is my little haunt concept ideas. I'm not actually going to make any of these in real life. This is me just thinking, hey, if I could design a haunt or like a themed walkthrough, what would I make? So this one is the greenhouse. This is kind of like a garden theme. I feel like this is very underutilized in Halloween, and I tried to make some pretty cool sections, pretty cool area, so let's get started. First is the space and the layout. The average 2-car garage is about 20 feet by 20 feet. Most haunters that make like a walkthrough haunt, they do it in their garage, so I kind of wanted to use a similar size, not too big, but also not too small. The hallways are roughly 4 feet wide, which I think is a pretty good margin to walk through, and I also really like how kind of windy and different the walkthrough is. So with a haunt, you need to have animatronics. So these are the animatronics I picked. We have the man-eating plant from Home Depot, the compost corpse from Spirit Halloween, the bog zombie also from Spirit Halloween, and then the groundskeeper. This is an unreleased prototype from Morris Costumes. We saw it at the little expo, but unfortunately he was never made into like general production. So along with the animatronics, this is what I'm going to use for like the structure. This is like the walls, stuff like that. We have vine trellises. You can get these from Lowe's and Amazon. It's like a little scissor mechanism. You can kind of expand it. Old glass doors, you can get these from like Craigslist maybe. Not too sure. You get it from secondhand garage sales. And then brick tiling over plywood. You can get this again probably at like Home Depot, Lowe's. And then a wooden garden archway. This is a bit like crazy, just like a whole archway, but you could build this out of wood. You know, me and my dad built a dock for Halloween, so if you're into building things for your themes, I feel like you definitely could build a wooden garden archway. And then also just some props and decor. We have like fake vines. I have those fake vines all over my room for decor. We have green fire and ice light. I found one at Lowe's, but I think Spirit has also sold one of these. And then various lawn scare items. Spirit, I think, needs to bring back lawn scares because that was a really fun line. Wilting flowers, other fake plants, you know, real or fake. Just creepy plants, and then other garden-themed items you'll see in the little breakdown. So we're going to go through the individual sections. We have 4 sections. Each area kind of tells like a little part of the garden story, the lore. So the first one is the entry archway. We have this withered garden sign. I just found this photo off like the internet. You could make your own. It's gonna be all old and decrepit. You got the groundskeeper in the corner with the brick wall behind him, and then the garden archway to enter the main garden portion. This I feel like is just a fun little entryway. You got the groundskeeper saying whatever he says, be like, oh, don't enter my garden. I don't know what he says, but he's gonna be there looking really creepy with his little hedge clippers, looking really scary. Next is the main garden part. This you could change so much about. I have the main eating plant in the back corner and then glass windows separating the 2 hallway sections. I kind of made it that way so you could like see through and you could see the man eating plant, but it's still kind of like a little bit cloudy and like blocked off. You'll have a bunch of vines hanging from the ceiling. I almost wanted to like those like punching bag things that you push through, but like I don't really know if that would fit in a garden theme, so I just put a bunch of vines. These would hang down. You can get a ton of them for cheap. So yeah, they're just gonna hang down. You push through them, kind of blocking your way. Tools in the corner. This is where you would put a lot of those like plants you have. You could do creepy like wilting roses. You could do other man-eating chomper plants, stuff like that. You could really put a lot in this theme. And so this part shows, hey, there's like creepy, scary plants. We don't know what's going on. Next is the hedge maze. This is my favorite, and I've never really seen any kind of hedge maze or creepy maze like this before, so I thought it'd be really cool. The walls are lined with the trellis segments. It's basically just gonna look like you're in like a hedge maze at like some fancy garden or something. There's gonna be bog zombie in the corner. You can really put him wherever. And then street lamps to provide lighting. Again, this is also kind of a crazy thing, but you could make them out of like PVC pipe, cardboard. You can make them yourself. And of course, more hanging vines. This one is going to be a little claustrophobic, which is, I know some people don't like tight spaces, but I feel like this can be a fun little section. and it's gonna be a little scary because you don't know where you're gonna go. You could probably turn this into an actual maze, but I feel like that kind of gets complicated. So that's the hedge maze. And lastly, this is the garden grounds. I know I could have put the groundskeeper in this section, and I probably should, but it's fine. We got a chain link fence to divide the two hallway sections, again, so you can just see through. The brick wall with a dirt patch on the side. This part, I don't think I made look very good, but basically the wall has the bricks, and then on the ground there's gonna be the dirt, and inside of that dirt it's like a little flower bed with compost corpse. You can have like skeletons, you can have decaying stuff. This part of the haunt basically is saying like they're like decomposing of people. It's like, hey, there's people here, there's dead bodies, and you better run. And this is also like the end of the haunt, so it's like, oh, you know, you could have a scare actor being like, don't get out of here before I turn you into the next crop. I don't know. You can do whatever with the scare actors. I haven't even covered that. But that is part 4, the grounds garden. And lastly, I just have some notes and then some other ideas. You could put a biohazard or mutation concept with corresponding props and decor, like hazmat zombie. You could put like a toxic waste barrel that's like oozing out into the soil that could kind of give some explanation as to why man-eating plant is so different and mutated and strange. And then you could also put some licensed characters like serial killers, maybe Michael Myers, Ghostface. You could kind of sprinkle them around. You know, it's nighttime, it's at a garden, probably at someone's house. It's like, oh, they're trying to kill you, something like that. I feel like that could be fun. And then some notes. Obviously, this uses some items that might be hard to get or just impossible. You know, the unreleased groundskeeper, and also just like stuff would be really expensive. The trellis things, I'm pretty sure, like $60 each, so we're not going to talk about that. This is just if I could do whatever. So yeah, this is effectively a dream haunt, and this specific theme I feel like hasn't been really done ever, and I just kind of wanted to show what my rendition of like a creepy garden, creepy kind of garden grounds section would be. You could obviously change so much about this. This is just my interpretation. So yeah, let me know what y'all think of this new type of video. I have a lot more ideas that I want to do. I already have like 3 more that I could make right now. So yeah, let me know what y'all think of these new videos in the comments down below, and I'll see y'all later. And then lastly, this is the garden grounds. I know I put a what is going on? What the heck? This looks so stupid, bruh. What the hell?